Well, this is what they've been striving for, and shortly it will become reality. Here in the Spanish capital, it's the UEFA Champions League final. A warm welcome from me, Derek Ray, joined for commentary tonight by Lee Dixon, and we're fast approaching kick-off time here at the Estadio Metropolitano. It's Paris Saint-Germain up against Bayern Munich.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, Derek, to be here. Very, very lucky indeed to be broadcasting to millions and millions of people, let alone watching this fantastic game. I'm sure the players are a little bit nervous as well with that audience looming in the background, tuning in on their televisions. It's going to be a great night. I'm very excited to be here. Hopefully we get the game that this tournament deserves.
Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters. And you tend to know what you're going to get tactically from this team. High pressing.
Well, high pressing, high energy. I played this system at Arsenal many a year under George Graham. It doesn't half work when it works well. Sometimes you can just get exposed to the back, but they've got it down to a T, to be fair.
There was definitely a need for a new Atletico Madrid stadium, and they've got the new ground here in the eastern part of the capital, the Metropolitano, and it's brilliantly.
It is. I was lucky enough to go to the Calderon. I love that stadium. Very old, as you said, and literally falling down, so they needed a new home, and they've done a great job with this one.
And so the starting 11 for Bayern. Manuel Neuer, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, is between the posts. Jerome Boateng starts with Mats Hummels in central defence. Thiago starts alongside James Rodriguez in central midfield. And leading the attack today is the lethal Robert Lewandowski. And they're underway now in the Champions League final. We're about to find out which team is the best in Europe. And a strong tackle. It is Marco Verratti carrying a genuine threat here, and Neymar. Verratti, it's been slipped through by Marco Verratti. The goal then for Paris Saint-Germain, the first one of this Champions League final.
Oh, they've got the noses in front. Can they stay there? Now the other team are playing catch-up. Well, it's not a brilliant goal, but it's a goal. It's in the back of the net. Keeper couldn't do anything about it.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we? In business, advantage PSG. Javi Martinez. Lewandowski now. Verratti. Lovely ball from Verratti. It could be for Mbappe. Big chance it is. And netting is Neymar.
Well, his speciality is getting the ball and putting it in the net. There's no one better. Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do. And on this occasion he does, and he scores.
Let's have another view of that goal. second goal for them here. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Here is Arjen Robben. And the defender finding a solution to the problem. Draxler now. Preferring to go infield. Here is Arjen Robben. Well, great read there to intercept. That is excellent pressure high up the pitch. Verratti now. An abundance of space. Manoeuvring his way forward. Cavani. And the cross is very much on. If there's such a thing as the perfect challenge, that was it, but a throw-in. Neymar. Verratti ready to pounce. Oh dear, I think he's left his shooting boots behind in the dressing room.
Well, it was well worth the effort. Poor technique, really. Should do better than that.
Ribéry has it. Now it's with Javi Martinez. They've given it away. Well, the quarter-final has tended to be the exit point for PSG in recent years, Lee. And 2 years ago, they had that wretched experience against Barcelona.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Paris Saint-Germain as that smaller club looking in at all the big clubs, waiting to be invited into the gang. And certainly now the way they're playing, I think they're ready to be invited. I think the door's open. Walk on in.
Here is Thiago. Here is Arjen Robben. And Ribéry prepared to fire. Safe pair of hands, did his job. An opportunity in the air, but he's made a bit of a mess of that one.
Oh, it's really a shocking effort. I could do better than that, and I can't head the ball.
Verratti now. Mbappe with it. Oh, goodness, he was right on top of the situation to get the ball back for his team. Others to play it to. And Neymar. Oh, what a wonderful diving save by Manuel Neuer.
Well, that's the kind of save any keeper would be proud of.
Played into the centre of the box. And the block by Hummels. Well, they'll try to keep the pressure on in the form of another corner. It's Neymar's corner. And it's gone behind for the corner. they've taken this corner short. Teammates could potentially join in. Now Minier. And they'll have to throw it back in play. James Rodriguez. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Here is Joshua Kimmich. And Thiago lost custody of it. Verratti now. Given away. And given away by Lewandowski. Verratti now. Thiago. This is Robert Lewandowski. This is Alaba. Ball lost by Bayern. As an attacking player, you rather hope you'll get the decision in your favour, but offside here.
Yeah, the defence got that spot on, and so did the linesman.
Given away by Bayern Munich. Cavani, the pass not quite up to scratch. And dispossessed. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. And the referee has given them a corner. And that's a deep corner. Well, you're not going to bamboozle the goalkeeper with a corner like that. Well, I can remember watching PSG when they didn't have the attached glamour that is part of the story now. It's almost intriguing watching them in the Champions League these days, Lee.
Well, it is, when they're in a position to go out really and buy any player they want. That does not give you an advantage, especially when it comes to winning your own league, but also in the Champions League as well.
Almost his second goal of this match, but the goalkeeper had his own views on that subject.
Well, he'd be looking for a brace, the striker, not to be on that occasion.
And firing it into the area. Well, he had a decent reading of that ball in. And Verratti getting forward. Draxler. Now, what can he do here? Quick thinking to dispossess his opponent. And that will be a corner. Short corner it is. Thumped clear. And options in the centre. And it's Julian Draxler. Mbappe with it. Draxler! And into the net for PSG.
Genius. It really is genius. What a finish. Well, it's not a brilliant goal, but it's a goal. It's in the back of the net. Keeper couldn't do anything about it.
Well, the goal again, albeit from a different angle. Sadly, we have to conclude that this hasn't really been a contest, but all credit to any side committed to scoring goals like this. Here's Marquinhos. Well, he's given us away. And it's with Robert Lewandowski. And here's Javi Martinez. It's with Robin. It did look as though it was rather a fruitful avenue, but nothing doing. David Alaba. And it's with Ribéry. And the cross is very much on. And Lewandowski in the thick of things. And he's dispatched the header.
Here's the replay, and I can see why the keeper's a little frustrated. He thought he got enough on that to keep it out, but it's just gone past him and he's unlucky, really.
Well, let's go back to the goal that was scored. It is 3-1 the current scoreline here. Mbappe with it. Verratti. And it's Cavani. Beautifully taken goal by Marco Verratti.
Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do. And on this occasion he does, and he scores.
And the goal that was scored, well worth another look, Lee. There has been a gulf in quality tonight. You've really got to give them credit for the fact that they haven't let up at all. Throw in here for PSG. Draxler. Immaculately placed by Draxler. And Neymar with teammates to help him. Verratti now. Now, will they do it from here? Mbappe's finish, his goal. Well, it's one thing knowing what he can do. It's another thing altogether trying to stop him.
Well, it's not a brilliant goal, but it's a goal. It's in the back of the net. Keeper couldn't do anything about it.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we? Has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept going and going. Thiago. The ball with James Rodriguez. Rabiot. Well, not to put too fine a point on it, they're in a wretched situation. What can they do to rectify this league?
Well, all eyes on the Bayern coach. He's got his 15 minutes of fame at half-time. Can he change the format around in the second half to try and get Bayern back into this game? He's got his work cut out, that's for sure.
He could be in trouble here, Marquinhos. This is Alaba. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Javi Martinez. And it might be Robin. He's gone for power, Lee, but it's wide.
Well, no real direction, but the power was there. And you're right, it's just gone past the post.
This is Thiago Silva. Verratti. Cavani. Cavani. Beautifully timed. This is Robert Lewandowski. Kimmich with it. And given away. The ball with James Rodriguez. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich with it. James Rodriguez. Lewandowski now. It's with Robin. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. He's in control of the situation. This is Neymar. Job done, ball one. Kimmich with it. He has plenty of support. And Thiago. Tremendous intuition to win it back. Thiago Silva. Rabiot. Bayern have given it away. Now Meunier. Rabiot. James Rodriguez. Front Ribéry. Well, might well be slipped through by Javi Martinez. Well, regaining possession for his side cleverly. Neymar. Verratti. It's with Robin. Kimmich with it. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Neymar. Draxler now. Now Kurzawa. Neymar. Draxler. Javi Martinez. Verratti now. And it's Julian Draxler moving through the gears. He's just a thorough reader of the game. And there we saw it. James Rodriguez. Front Ribéry. An awful lot of green space to run into. Throw-ins given. Front Ribéry. Given away by Bayern Munich. Now Lewandowski carries the ball forward. But can he produce from this position? Verratti. And Neymar. Just wanted to get it out of there. And scope for the cross. Draxler now. Kylian Mbappe. And a big chunk of added time here, a minimum of 5 minutes. Now Ribéry has it. And Meunier's lost the ball here. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Now Rabiot. The ball with James Rodriguez. Here is Arjen Robben. Good tackle. Verratti. He hears the footsteps and feels the pressure. This is Neymar. Edinson Cavani now. The ball with James Rodriguez. Here is Arjen Robben. Bayern moving the ball around and getting deep into opposition territory. Well, that's very smart defending, and now they have the ball again. Here's Mbappe. Making progress is Kylian Mbappe. Terrific reflex action.
Yeah, you've just got to come out and spread yourself and hope for the best.
The concession of a corner here. And over comes the corner. Any goalkeeper would... Half-time in the Champions League final. Well, we're not quite at the stage where we're tracking the record margin of victory in a major European final, but not far away, Lee.
Well, we were expecting a lot more, weren't we? A lot more competitive football. We haven't had that. Very, very one-sided. Now the coach, go into that dressing room and earn your money. Get your team back into this. Change something.
Verratti. It's been slipped through by Marco Verratti. The goal then for Paris Saint-Germain, the first one of this Champions League final.
Oh, they've got the noses in front, can they?
Lovely ball from Verratti. It could be for Mbappe. Big chance it is. And netting is Neymar.
Well, his speciality is getting the ball and putting it in the net. There's no one better.
And it's Julian Draxler. Mbappe with it. Draxler! And into the net for PSG.
Genius. It really is genius. What a finish.
And Lewandowski in the thick of things. And he's dispatched the header. Verratti, and it's Cavani. Beautifully taken goal by Marco Verratti. Verratti now. Now, will they do it from here? Mbappe's finish, his goal. Well, it's one thing knowing what he can do. It's another thing altogether trying to stop him. "45 minutes separating these two sides from glory. The second half of the Champions League final begins. Read it superbly to take back possession. Effective challenge. Now Meunier. Mbappe, he has time to play it over, and the danger cleared. David Alaba. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Lewandowski now. Here is Thiago. He's in control of the situation. Thiago Silva. Draxler now. This is Thiago Silva. Now Rabiot. Now Kurzawa. Rabiot. David Alaba. Now Ribéry has it. This is Alaba. From Ribéry. Robben at the ready. And here's Javi Martinez. Now Robin. Can he put it away? And the shot decidedly lacking accuracy.
Well, he had other options as well, but he chose to shoot.
Marquinhos. Draxler now. He's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Lee?
Well, I've got a word for that first.
Intelligent threaded pass here. And out of play for a Paris Saint-Germain throw-in. Marquinhos. Now Meunier. Here's Marquinhos. Now Rabiot. Verratti. PSG couldn't keep it. He has plenty of support. Neymar. Here's Mbappe. Plenty of running room in the wide position. Now Rabiot. And it's Cavani. Well, can he make this move count? Opportunity knocks. And the block by Hummels. Well, let's see, does he mean business? And he cuts inside. Teammates could potentially join in. Sloppy in possession, Draxler. The ball with James Rodriguez. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Acres of space afforded Bayern. This attack looks highly promising. Didn't have to work too hard to save it, Buffon. Kurzawa. Neymar. An abundance of space. And Neymar with teammates to help him. Kimmich dispossessed. PSG on the move with purpose. What can they do from this particular position? And the defender finding a solution to the problem. Double personnel change here for Bayern. Draxler. Beautifully timed. Here is Thiago. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Here is Arjen Robben. And using his strength to shield the ball. This is Coman. Straightforward catch for Buffon. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Now Rabiot. Here is Thiago. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Javi Martinez. This is Coman. Inside he goes. The goal appeared to be at his mercy, but defenders always have a part to play in these situations.
Well, if you can't block the shot, put the forward off, and that's exactly what happened there, but it's just off target.
Cavani. He's beaten his man. Well, it was a risky challenge, but brilliantly executed. Javi Martinez. Leon Goretzka. This is Robert Lewandowski. It's with Kingsley Coman. In position here to protect the ball. Neymar. Lo Celso. This is Neymar. He's protecting it effectively. Neymar. Well, regaining possession for his side cleverly. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Here's Lo Celso. Now Rabiot. Lo Celso. And that is the sort of tackle he had scripted in his mind. It is a decent looking attack here. Rabiot. The interception, a good one by Boateng. So after that, a goal kick it'll be. Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. It's with Robin. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Thiago. Lewandowski now. Bayern have lost the ball. Kurzawa. This is Thiago Silva. Diarra. Verratti. Diarra. Keeping possession of the ball with authority. Verratti. Cavani. And Neymar. Can they convert? And the ball is in the net.
The crowd have gone crazy, and quite rightly so. What a finish that is. Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do. And on this occasion he does, and he scores.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. Sadly, we have to conclude that this hasn't really been a contest, but all credit to any side committed to scoring goals like this. Lewandowski now. Lo Celso. Verratti now. That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him. Using his physical strength to shield it. Neymar. A really sumptuous ball. It's Neymar, the block from Kimmich. Throw-ins given. Verratti. Diarra. And it is Marco Verratti. Crossed into the penalty area, attending to his defensive chores. It's with Robin. Given away by Bayern Munich. Mbappe. And the defender finding a solution to the problem. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Here is Thiago. Kimmich with it. Lewandowski. Ball lost by Bayern. 15 minutes remaining. Verratti now. Now Kurzawa. And Neymar. Now he must favour the cross. Neymar crosses it in. But he had a decent reading of that ball in. Goretzka. David Alaba. Bayern throw-in coming up. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Lewandowski now. This is Neymar. Diarra. Cavani. Here is Thiago. This is Alaba. What's Coman going to do? Lo Celso. Mbappe with it. Diarra. Thiago Silva. Lo Celso. Javi Martinez. Here is Arjen Robben. Bayern moving the ball around and getting deep into opposition territory. Just wanted to get it out of there. Verratti. Edinson Cavani now. Diarra. Javi Martinez. Goretzka. Bayern have given it away again. Geometric precision from Thiago. Well, they couldn't do anything with that particular cross. It is to be a throw-in. Here is Thiago. And Thiago dispossessed. Verratti now. Has plenty of know-how in the ball shielding department. Deft interception by Thiago. And here is Robben. And stopped there by Marquinhos. And offside it is. Thiago Silva. Meunier. Jerome Boateng. Well, regaining possession for his side cleverly. Here is Arjen Robben. Well, let's make no bones about it. This is a thorough thrashing, Lee. And the referee has decided to award the free kick to PSG. Now Meunier. Diarra. This is Robert Lewandowski. It's with Robben. And here's Joshua Kimmich. Keeper did his job to begin with. Into the goalkeeper's grateful grasp at the second time of asking. But first, it will be a Paris Saint-Germain free kick. Diarra. This is Neymar. Nkunku has it. Cavani with a slide rule pass. And Kimmich puts his body on the line. And the referee is going to add on 3 minutes. Lewandowski now. Leon Goretzka. Nkunku has it. Lo Celso. And on the basis of that effort, quite clearly, he's not wearing his shooting boots at the moment.
Well, it was a strong effort, used his laces, but screwed it well off target.
Cavani. Lo Celso in full control of the ball here. Well, thumped clear. Nkunku has it. Now Meunier. Diarra. The tackle crisp. Full time! Parisian pride shines through. PSG have cleared the final hurdle in the Champions League.
Well, almost no words are needed. You just look down at the celebrations, the relief after the final whistle. Commiserations to the other players, but it's a celebration time now. All that sacrifice and commitment and desire to win a trophy, and they've won the biggest one. Absolutely brilliant.
This is what Paris Saint-Germain have been targeting for a good number of years. It's official now, they are PSG, the best in Europe League.
Well, breathe it in, breathe these moments in. How many times you get the chance to stand on a podium, let alone pick that trophy up. Deep breaths from the captain just before he actually puts his hand on this famous trophy.
The cup with the big ears, as they sometimes call it, and it's the property now, for this year at any rate, of PSG.
Well, they've been celebrating long into the night with their friends and family, quite rightly so. It'll be a late night, Derek, I'm sure.
A fantastic feeling for all concerned as they drink it in.
Well, this is the moment I love, sharing it with the fans. Ticker tapes coming down, the families in the stand, giving them all a wave. Well, they've travelled all over Europe watching this team. Now they get to share in this moment. Fantastic.
And it took fire as well as ice on the pitch.
Now the chance for a photograph. My mum always told me to get on the front row.
She taught you well, Lee. There we have it. The Champions League victors for 2019. Lovely ball from Varane. It could